Hey everybody, Camper Van Kevin here. How y'all doing today? Well, today I want to install a battery doctor isolator to power all my electronic needs here in my 1991 Suzuki Sidekick, also known as the WOOF wagon. And here is the battery doctor 12-volt battery isolator. Now, we're going to mount this one under the hood. I had one of these inside my ProMaster van. I loved it. Once your alternator charges your starter battery, then it charges your other battery in the back. Now, people say you can't use an AGM, but I disagree. I've run 3 AGMs before I got the solar on the ProMaster, and it did a great job. But also has a neat little feature here. I got grease all over my hands, been working on a battery. You can push this button here, and if your starter battery goes dead, it uses the battery bank to crank your car. So I've had good luck with this. My buddy that overlands here, that's I'm using his shop. He's the one that told me about them to begin with. These are about $70, $75 on eBay. But we're going to install one today and show you how. I bought a brand new Duralast gold battery. This is a 51, what are we going to call it? 51 series, 51 battery size, group 51, that's the word I'm looking for. I didn't look at the one that was in here originally. It had a group 58. It was a Duralast gold. It was 5 years old. I just thought, while these things are still sitting on the shelf and there's no manufacturing going on, I better get me one, have a good one. So I kept the group 58, put it in Miss Gypsy as a backup. But so the group 58 fits better. It fills up this whole battery tray, and it had another 100 cold cranking amps. But the book said to use the 51. So anyway, that's what I did. If I had it to do over again, I would have not used the 51, I'd have used the group 58. Same money. But since this battery is not as wide as the 58, we've got room back here on this firewall to install the battery doctor. Now my buddy, he's already got these wires put together for me. I pulled out the grommet on the emergency brake right here, and I have run it here and around, and we're thinking we're going to put the battery here. What I got here, I have a brand new AGM 100 amp hour battery. It's kind of a knockoff of a Renogy. I have bought these batteries before. I had 4 inside my BT Cruiser that worked really, really well. I think these on Amazon, I think it was around 200 bucks. Now the battery doctor will charge lead acid batteries wet, and AGMs are a lead acid battery. They're just sealed. But this will not charge lithiums. So if you got a lithium setup, this won't help you. That takes a special isolator for those. Hey Martini. Hey Daddy. Are you going to help me today? Daddy, you know I don't have no thumbs. Okay, I'm holding up my buddy. I'm going to get this battery out. I almost got it now. So I was kind of having a discussion with my buddy. Do you, when you're taking the battery out, do you disconnect the negative side of the battery first, or the positive side? All you gearheads, let me know in the comments below. I say positive. So I got the screws in here on the battery doctor. And what I did, I went here on the firewall, pushed it, gave it a little scratch, and then I marked it with a permanent marker. I'm going to pre-drill the holes very carefully. I hope there's nothing back behind there. Well, I'm sure there's something back behind there. I just hope I don't hit it. Please, oh please, don't hit nothing. Like a heater core. Well, that was... I guess I missed the heater core. No need to jab it like I did. Did it again. At least I'm consistent. Well, I put these in. I put this in with a screwdriver carefully. Didn't want to strip out the screws. This battery, doctor says it's water resistant, so that's why I'm putting it under the hood. I'm not going to do any crazy river crossings or anything like that. At least I don't plan to. And if I do, I got a lot of other stuff in here that's going to get wet before that does. Okay, the unit itself has a ground that's coming out of it. And I got a shared ground right here that I'm going to go to. And that's where I'll attach it. I did clean under this hood, but I didn't take the battery out to clean. Everything looked just like this all over. I used Castrol Super Clean in a spray pump bottle. Sprayed it real good, brushed what I could, rinsed it off with a water hose. It kept going over and over again. A lot of people won't clean engines anymore because of all the sensitive electronics. This is a 91. I rolled the dice and didn't hurt anything. Got it real nice and clean under here. I'll get this ground in. Okay, I got that ground on right here. Kind of run the wire, hit it a little bit, put it behind that molding. Why? Because it matters. Got the battery set back in there loose. Got plenty of room between it. Not that it really needs a whole lot. Yep. Also have ordered a brand new alternator and a brand new starter. Not that I need it, but if this manufacturing stuff doesn't get started again, well, once this is off the shelves, I'm not going to be able to get it. So I've done extreme maintenance on this little Suzuki. Anything and everything that I can think of, I've got a spare part. New brakes, new tires, new. Can't plan for everything, but trying to plan for what I can. Well, while my friend is fabricating some wire to attach to the battery, I'm going to pull up the seal strip and run this wire, hide it, so I won't have to look at it. I do have a little experience in wiring. Back in high school, I was into car stereos. In 1987, I won the first place in my power division under 100 watts at a crank 'em up contest at Custom Sound in Athens. And I thought I was a big shot. But I was making a 100-watt amplifier. Actually, it was a 90-watt Rockford Fosgate Punch 90. I think I was getting over 130 decibels out of it. And I got, like I said, first place for installation and quality of sound and everything. I thought I was a hot shot. Went back the next year. Didn't even place. All the rich kids and their money, their daddy's money, they had somebody else put it in for them. And they had all the latest and greatest stuff. So hide it right under there, like it never even happened. It'll come out right there. Getting a little bit done. I got this wire run and hid. Battery doctor's mounted. Somebody put a circuit breaker right there in case, I don't know, I'm in an accident or something really bad happens. It'll disconnect the battery from this battery. You know, if you don't have solar and you can't afford solar and you move around a fair amount, you crank up your vehicle every couple days, you don't have a lot of draw, you know, $70 and an hour or two of your time, you may not even need solar. Just saying. In my ProMaster camper van, I ran 3 AGMs off of it. I don't know how many, I don't know how powerful my alternator was. This one here is not very strong at all, but I was able to run that big CF, was it a 110 refrigerator, my lights, my fantastic fan. There's a point in time that I even considered not putting solar on the ProMaster because it did such a good job. This little battery doctor did. Well, I've had quite the problem of trying to figure out where to mount this battery in here. And I figured on this placement here, but then I was like, well, how am I going to strap it down or keep it from moving? What I've done, I've added an extra leg here, and I made it the width of the battery. So the battery will fit up against this. We're going to strap it around like a belt and hope that gets it. And the one problem I've got with these brackets that I attached to the 2x4 are the heads here. They're going to rub on that plastic on the battery case, and eventually it'll break through. So I had some scrap carpet. I'm going to somehow, probably with double-sided tape, glue this on here. You won't be able to see it behind the battery. And that'll keep from rubbing that battery into, leaking out that. I guess it won't leak acid. I don't know. Whatever it's going to do, I don't want to find out. Have a roll of double-sided tape here. Put it on the back of the carpet. I'm going to glue it, tape it on top of those screw heads, and that'll keep the battery from rubbing. Okay, let's see how this works. Well, it feels like it's going to tape pretty strong. Like it never, ever even happened. This will be our secret, okay? I don't want nobody telling nobody what we've done here, okay? It's the little things. Yeah. Okay, now the battery is installed. Well, it's setting in here. And I'm going to find some kind of strap to tighten it up to these right here. That should hold. Should hold good. After this strap goes on right here, it might be wise to put some kind of L channel right here and attach it to the floor and push up against this battery in case I have an accident. We don't want a 100-pound projectile going through the engine compartment that way. The battery doctor is installed on the firewall. The left-hand switch goes to the positive terminal, like so. We've got it off right now because we're doing wiring on the inside. The right-hand terminal goes to a 30-amp breaker. This goes to the battery. And then the black ground that goes to the battery is grounded right here on the firewall, or on the front fender, the support. That's all there is to it. I was going through my buddy's scrap pile. He's got a bunch of metal, and he had this left over from his cabinets that he used, that he put here in his shop. I think I'm going to use a piece of metal right here. It's almost the right size. Put that on the floor, nothing's going to get by that. Now that L bracket's attached, I run some 1/8 sheet metal screws through the floor pan. Now I'll get the strap on, get these wires. Okay, Had an old ratchet strap sitting around for motorcycles. It's not in the best of shape. It's not strong enough to hold a motorcycle safely, securely. But for this battery, it's more than strong enough. And now the battery is secure. That's not going to go anywhere. Well, there you go. That's how you hook up a battery doctor to power a spare battery or two in your RV or your Overlander or your car or your minivan. If you don't have solar, you can't afford solar, this might be something you want to consider. $75, and if you don't have a huge need for a lot of power, it might be all you need. Okay. Yep, I think that's what I wanted to tell you, what I wanted to show you. Yeah. All right. I'm going to end this little video where? Right here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos. Hey, we will see you again soon. Bye-bye. Think of camping videos next. Be more of the wolf pack next time. Bye-bye. Hey, Martini. Hey, Daddy. Are you going to help me today? Daddy, you know I don't have no thumbs.